Alright, well, last video I filled in the body lines, the little ones back here that I didn't want, and filled in the vents across here. Now I sanded off some of the vents and it looks pretty good. I might have to do a little bit more work to it, maybe a little more sanding or something there might take care of it. But I did this earlier, or last night after I did that last video, and I don't think it was dry completely, so I think if I hit it a little bit more today it'll be okay. And I sanded down this body line here, which seems to be alright. Once I get it primed and stuff, I'll be able to tell more about it. I may need a little more work, but we'll see once we get it in primer and everything. But yeah, what you gotta, I sand, I use, like I say, I use these foam flexible nail files. Like I say, you can get them at the Dollar Tree, like $1, 2 come in a pack. But yeah, you just sand like you normally would sand anything pretty much. Just gotta get in there and get it.
The container that still had Cheerios on it. While I pick up these ones off the floor, look what she did.
Well, that's looking pretty good there. I think once you come back over it, wet sand it good. There's a little spot still right in there. I might have to do something with that a little later. Like I say, I'm not too concerned with it right now until I get some primer on it and see where all my high and low spots are. See what'll come out during a good wet sand. Now when you wet sand stuff like this where I've done body work to and stuff, I'll pay special attention to and make sure that I get it really good and smooth. On this side, where the body line was, it's pretty much the same thing. Just here you got to be careful to watch out for your door jamb. If you see it's getting a little low, like you're sending out your door line around there, you can just take your hobby knife and scribe it back in. See if I can get this sanded down a little bit here. See, like you see right there, my door line's starting to disappear. So what I'll do is I'll take my hobby knife, X-Acto knife or whatever, and I'll actually use the back side of the blade. I'll just grab my door line back in. Now you don't want to go too far because you can actually cut through and basically you'd be cutting your doors open. And I'm not going to do that with this project. So I don't want to cut all the way through. I just want to make sure my door line is still visible. And then once I actually get through sanding, I'll come through and I'll clean this up a little bit more. Alright, that's basically all you got to do is just put your door line back in there pretty much. Like I say, once I'm actually done sanding, I'll come through there and hit that again and clean it up a little bit more and make it look and that's pretty much that. So I still got a little bit of a spot right in there you can see, but I say when I come through and wet sand it, I'll pay special attention to that. I'll try to get that out, a little low spot there. If not, I'll put some more filler in it and then sand it back down again once let's see. I like having nice deep body lines, so when I'm actually done with the paint job, I'll come in and I'll either use a pencil to draw them in, or I'll black wash them and make them look real nice. But that'll be a whole nother video there. I think that looks pretty good for now, though. I made a little bit, my knife slipped on me right there a little bit, but that'll sand right out. It's not a big deal. Now I want to address, see that big mold line going right down through there on top of the fender? This side had it too, and I've already gotten rid of it over here. It's pretty decent. It looks better than it did, but I'll actually come in and sand like at the top of this fender and just go right across it till I get it all looking even, like this right here. See, it's just coming right out. It's pretty bad back there at the back still, so and once you get it down there pretty much to where you like it, where you can't see the line anymore, I'll just go ahead and blend it in with the top of the fender. Now you got to watch, because you got a body line bend going right down through there, and you don't want to sand too much because you're going to wind up making it dip down, and you don't want it to dip. So I'll just blend all this right in across the top of that line. Make sure my body line's still good and straight, which I think it is. Once it gets painted, it'll be okay, I think. Yeah, I think it's still okay. Then you can come down on the inside of it, because you can see on this side it's got a little bit of a I don't know what you want to call it, but it's like a little drop right down in there. And this side has it too, but it got kind of deformed since I sanded out that big mold line. So what you can do is just run your sanding stick, just jam it down in there and bend the edge of it up just a little bit. It'll conform right to that surface. And you can just run it right down through there just a little bit. And just round that edge off and make it look nice and neat. And there's a bad one back here too, and then it comes up to the drip rail and goes around. The same here. I don't know if I want to try to get rid of that right now or not. Maybe a later video. But I am going to shave the drip rail off too, just because I want it to have that nice clean look. So I'll get rid of that drip rail also. I got this body line, the same as the doors, where we sanded on it. It disappeared a little bit. So I can actually come in with my hobby knife and try to scrub it back in. Just take your time. No need to be in no hurry. And then Back here you can see on the edge right there where that mold line came back, the body line completely disappeared right there. So I'll cut that back in there too. Like that right there. Simple stuff, right? And do the other side. I'll probably go back over these before I actually paint it and make sure they're nice and deep and good, so I can say so after my paint job I can come in and hit them with some black wash and highlight them, make them stand out. Although I may not, because I am going to paint this car black, so there'll only be a few spots where I need to do some black wash, maybe because of the design I'm putting on, but we'll see how it comes out. And then I just put that other side back in there. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I'll be back with another one.